Welcome to Heat Software's short video series on LANRev. In this session, please join Brett Chadwick, Senior Sales Engineer, for a brief introduction to third-party patching in LANRev.
We integrated the patch link, patch management content into the LANRev product suite, which allows you to patch third-party content for Windows and for Apple machines, along with vendor-supported content like content direct from Microsoft and content provided directly from Apple. So that's what we see here. This is the LANRev product, which I am logged into the administration console via Apple. And so looking at that third-party content from the Server Center window where you will manage that content, you can see a few new categories here on the left-hand side, like macOS patches and macOS third-party patches. You will also see these for Windows OS patches and third-party patches. Clicking into one of those categories is going to provide you with more options around that content. So you will see this content appear in the LANRev console automatically after you have activated the PatchLink licenses. This content will automatically replicate down to the LANRev server and show up in the interface. This has been integrated into, and what you're looking at here is the 7.3.1 version of LANRev, which includes all of the PatchLink content out of the box. So you will see this content automatically appear in the interface. This is based on what we have detected on your endpoints using the LANRev agent. That agent performs a detection on a daily basis to determine what patches are required on the server, and the server replicates that information down so that you can see that content and manage that content. So when you first receive an update, for example, for Apple machines, you will see that update appear under unconfirmed patches. So that is new content. You can see here on the right hand side that has just come down to my server yesterday. So that is brand new content that I now need to make a decision about whether I want to actually deploy that content or not. You can open up each piece of content, or you can select multiple pieces of content to determine additional functionality, like when you're going to perform the installation, whether it's going to happen at next startup, next login, or any time during when a user is using it or when the machine is turned on. And you can determine specific time frames for that. You can also determine how or if you're going to notify the user, and if you're going to ask them for permission and give them the ability to schedule that update. To deploy that new content, it's very straightforward and simple. You can click and select that content, and you can drag it over to a group on the left-hand side or a specific machine. In this case, these are Apple updates, so I'm going to drop it on my All Macs group. And that's going to deploy that content out instantaneously to those machines. So when those machines actually check into the server, then they're going to pick up that content. That content will now show up in a list of accepted patches, which I have accepted and deployed out to my endpoints. Now, make sure that to commit those changes, you do hit Save All Changes up here in the top left-hand corner. Once you do that, then it's going to commit those changes to the database, and those patches are going to be rolled out to the end users. This process is the same for Windows updates. So you can select Windows OS patches. These are going to be native patches that come from Microsoft. Again, you're looking at unconfirmed to actually look at content that has not been deployed out to those endpoints or has not been accepted yet by you. And then you can drag and drop that content over. And this is going to include all the native Windows patches that come directly from Microsoft. Down that same line, we have the Windows third-party patches, which looks the same. You'll see patches in the unconfirmed state. In my case, I've already deployed all the third-party content out that has been detected in my environment, so you see them all as accepted right now. So these have all been drug over to a group and deployed out to my endpoints. So very straightforward for that content. In addition to all of the third-party content and the OEM vendor content that you receive, each one of these packages has additional information in it. Depending on the particular vulnerability, of course, it has a different amount of information, and we include all the details about that particular patch, what it affects, CVE numbers if available or applicable for that content, and any additional warnings about that content, for example, if it may cause reboots or may cause unintended consequences for a particular application. And that is the new PatchLink content that has been integrated into LANRev. Again, this is LANRev 7.3.1 that you're looking at today, and that includes support for macOS patches, third-party Apple content patches, so Adobe, Java as examples, and we continue down the list of all the third-party content supported, and the same thing for Windows OS patches direct from Microsoft, and then Windows third-party content patches as you're seeing here, VMware tools, Oracle, Java, Skype supported. Thank you for joining me today.